Hello techies. In this tutorial, we will learn how to work with find or replace in data table. This action itself says how to find the text or the data inside the data table, and also we can replace the data inside the data table by using find or replace in data table action, which is available under data table variables. All right. Before that, we'll see some data, and after that, we'll see some scenarios how to find or replace data over there. All right. Let me double click on the create new data table where we have created the data for the product data table. All right. Let's double click on that. And now when you click on edit, I'm having some data over here with the column name, product code, price, availability, and description. There you can see I have added few data over here such a way. I have added all 7 rows over here with different product codes, prices, availabilities, and description. Now let's assume I want to find what are the product codes starts from 00. As we can see, we are already having 8 product codes over here which are starting with 00. There you can see 001, 002, and so on 008. To make you understand, I'm going to add one more. Like I'm going to give Samsung refrigerator, and I'm going to give the product code over here as 119. And after that, the price I'm going to give it as 40,000. And after that, the availability I'm going to say yes. And after, I'm going to give the description as house furniture. It's an example over here. Now what I have to do, I have to find the product code which are starting with 119, and then later on I will go ahead and I will replace this product code 119 with 009. All right, let me click on save, and then I'm going to click on save once again. Now let me drag and drop this find or replace in data table action onto the workspace. Now if you see, this action itself says find and or replace the data table values which are available in the particular data table. All right. Now if you see the parameters over here, the first parameter is the data table. Now this data table can get from the Excel or SQL outputs, but we are going to store the data in data table format. All right. Now I'm going to select the same data table over here. In our case, we are having product data table is my flow variable, which is a type of data table. All right, let me select that. Now, if you see the second parameter, I am having search mode. There are 2 modes that we are having. One is find, another one find and replace. Now, first we'll start with find, and then if you see over here as a third parameter, we are having all matches. If you are going to enable this all matches, what it will specify, it will find all the text which are available in the data table. If you are not going to define that, if you are going to disable this parameter, that is all matches, in that case, it will get the first of finding, it will return as an output inside my data table matches. All right. Now, if you want all the matches which are available inside your data table, in that case, you are going to specify all the matches which are available. In that case, you can enable this one. Now, in our case, in our data table, we are having only one match right now, but there are different matches which I will show you. Okay. Now, what is the text we need to find? Now, I need to find which are having 1 1. So, not with 0 0. I am having one of the product code as Samsung refrigerator having the product code as 119. Now, I want to find the text to find. I'm going to give it as 1 1. And after that, the another parameter, whenever you're going to use regular expressions, there you are having one option, that is find using a regular expression. If you're going to enable that, in that case, you are going to use regular expressions. But if you're not going to use any regular expressions, in that case, you are going to disable it. Now we'll go for the next parameter, match case. Like right now, I'm going to check it out with the numeric values, that is 1 1. Right? But in some other scenarios, you need to check with the text, such a way like price, product, you are having the text over here. So you may have uppercase and lowercase, right? In that case, if you want to match with the uppercase, then you will specify is it the case sensitive or not. If it is case sensitive, then you will enable it. If it is not case sensitive, in that case, you are going to disable this one. Right now, I'm going to find the text as the value 11 so that I don't require any match case over here, uppercase or lowercase. Now, if you see the another parameter, match entire cell content. Now the product code, I have given it as for the refrigerator, that is 119. That is the entire cell content, right? But right now, I'm not going to find it out the entire content. I'm just going to search for the some portion of the content. In that case, I'm going to disable this one. But if you want to if you want to search for the entire content on the particular cell, then you're going to enable this match entire cell content. Now, whenever you're going to enable this one, my text to find will returns zero values because I am having the entire content as 119, cell content as 119, but I'm trying to find it out only the values which are having the text values with 11, so that I don't want to match with the entire cell content, right? Now I'm going to disable this. Now coming to another one, search by. Now, if you search by, there are different things are there. You want to search the entire data table or only the specific column. Now, if you observe, I am having this text only in the product code. So, product code is a specific column, on specific column, right? I don't want to search for the entire data table or everywhere. I can go ahead and I can click on column, and then if you see, once you have selected on column, you have to mention the index of the column or the name of the column. So we know the column very well, that is product code, so that I'm going to give the name of the column over here. Once all the requirement has been matched, like in such a way, you can see you are going to find the values in the search mode, and after that, the text to find, I'm going to give 11, and after that match case, match entire cell content. That is also true. If all the conditions get satisfied, the output will be stored, the indexes will be stored inside the data table matches. There you can see, when you mouse over on the variables produced, the data table matches gives the data table contains the rows and columns of the indexes for the matches. It won't give the output and it will store it. But whenever you are going to use find and replace, it will store again the data in the product data table flow variable. But right now, whatever the output we are going to find it in the search mode, it will be stored inside data table matches as an output. All right. Now, I hope you understand all the parameters. That is, one is data table, search mode, that is find or find and replace. After that, all matches in the entire data table over here. Now, if you see over here, in my product column, I'm having n number of matches. In that case, this one has to be enabled. All right. So if I want to find it, if I want to find only the first match, in that case, I'm going to disable this one. Right. Now, another parameter text to find using regular expressions, match case, match entire cell content, search by, column index or column name, all the parameters I hope you understand. Now let me click on save. Then now if you observe, I'm going to use search mode as find only. All right, let me click on save. Now let's run the flow to see the output, what we are going to get or what we are going to find it out for the particular text by using find or replace in data table action. Let's run the flow. Flow execution started. Now it is trying to find or replace in data table action. It is trying to find out the data which we have given in the data table, right? Now if you see, it has executed successfully. Now we got the output in the data table matches flow variable. Let's double click on that. Now if you see, in row 8 and column 1, that is column index as 1 for the product code, I found a match over there. What is the match over there? In the row number 8, right? Let me click on close, and then let me see the product table. Now if you see over here, row number 8 with the 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, the index is 8, it has been given. That is row index 8, I am having product code as 119, which is matched one. All right. In the column, what we have given the column name, that is product code. Now, if you observe in this data table, the product code all are started with 001, 002, 003, and so on. Due to some mismatches, I have given the data over here as 119. I need to replace this with 009. How can I go ahead and do that? So by using find or replace in data table, I can go ahead and I can update the values by finding the data, as well as I can go ahead and I can replace the data by using find or replace in data table action. Let's double click on that. Now if you see over here, we have given search mode as find. Now, my scenario is that I want to replace this with 00. Wherever I have the text find is in the particular column, that is product code, I want to replace with some value that is 009. How can I go ahead and do that? I'm going to make the change over here, search mode. I'm going to make it as find and replace mode. And once you are going to select find and replace, there you can see text to replace with. So after finding this 11 value, what I have to do, I have to replace this with 00, right? And the remaining all are the same. Now if you see over here, the search by on column that I'm going to use it, and after that column index, I'm going to give it as product column index or name, I'm going to give it as product code. And now once it has been text has been replaced, the output will be stored inside the data table, that is product data table flow variable. All right, let me click on save. Now once again, let's run the flow to see the output. Flow execution started. Now if you observe, it is trying to find and replace the data inside the data table by using find or replace in data table action. All right, the flow has executed successfully. There you can see I'm having the same output, that is data table matches. Let me open that. Now if you see I'm having same row and column, that is row 8 and column 1. All right, let me click on close. Now the output will be stored inside my product data table flow variables, right? Let me double click on that to see the output for the search mode, that is find and replace with the particular text. Now, if you see over here in the output, that you can see the row index 8 has been replaced with 11920. The reason is that why it is not showing over here, the 00 in our previously we have added 001. So it came in the string right now, but over here it has given as integer, that is data type. That's why it has been replaced. Even after replacing, you are going to get it as 9 directly. All right. Now I will tell you one more scenario over here. Now, if you observe in my product code only, we have find the data, and then after that we have replaced with the particular text. Now, if you observe in my product code, I'm having 001 and 002 and so on. But even we have the same kind of thing over here. See, you can see over here, that is 25,000. I'm having 00 over here, 00, multiple 00s. All right. I need to check the entire data table, not on the specific column. In that case, how can we go ahead and do that? Now I'm going to close it, and then once again I'm going to open the action. Now if you see over here, the search by parameter, I have given it as on column, and the column name I have given it as product code. Now in my scenario, I have to find the text over here as 00, and then I have to replace with some other value, that is 11. Now I don't want to replace with only column. I want to replace the data which is available in the entire data table. How can I go ahead and do that? I'm going to use search by everywhere. Now wherever you have 00 value, it will get replaced by 11. All right. Now the matches will be stored inside the data table matches, and the updated values will be stored inside my data table, that is product data table flow variables. All right, let me click on save. And once again, let's run the flow to see the output. Flow execution started. and it is trying to find and replace the data with search by as everywhere. Now the flow has executed successfully. Now if you see the data table matches, I found 17 rows and 2 columns. So if you open what are the data table matches, there you can see in row 0, I'm having one match, and row 0 in the second column also I have some matches. That is, these are all the indexes that what we have. Now let me click on close. After finding, it has been replaced with the data also, right? Let me double click on the product data table variable. Now, if you see previously, I had product code as 001, 002, 003, and so on. Even if you see right now, so the Samsung refrigerator internally, it is trying to, we have given it as 00, right? Now, it is also has been replaced over there, right? Now, if you see once again in the price, it is having 25,000 previously. Now it is having 25,110 and so on. You can see every price which is having with 00, the first two values have been replaced successfully. All right. Now to work on a small scenario, that is match case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some changes in my data table, that is product data table. What is the matches that I'm going to make it? I'm going to give it as small no over here. And after that, in two areas, I have made the changes. One is for the row 3, I have made it the availability as no, that is case sensitive, no. And after that, over here also, I'm going to make it as no, right? Let me click on save. Now, once again, let me open the find or replace in data table action. Now, over here, if you see match case, I have disabled this one. Now, I'm going to enable this. Now, what I have to do, what is the text I'm going to find it out? I'm going to give it as match case as no. So in that sense, whenever I'm going to enable this one, and after that, it will check with lowercase and uppercase, and then if it is matches, then only it will try to replace with some other value. So what is the value that I'm going to give it as? I'm going to give the case sensitive over here as text to replace with no. Okay. And also there is one more option that I'm going to use. I want to use the parameter match entire cell content. I'm going to enable this so that this entire no text, it will be first it will search and then it will replace it. All right. Let me click on save. And then once again, let's run the flow to see the output. Flow execution started. And also flow has executed successfully. Now, if you see, let me show you the output over here. That is product data table. Now, if you see previously we had lowercase no, and after that in two places that you can see in the data table matches, I'm having 2 rows and 2 columns, right? There you can see I had no over here, and it has been matched successfully and it has been replaced successfully with 2 no's over here, all right? Now, I will explain you one more scenario over here. Now, if you see I'm having 2 matches or all the matches is there. What if I'm not going to select or I'm not going to enable all matches option in the find or replace in data table action? In that case, what will happen? Whatever the matches first, it will be matches, it will replace with the first match only, and the remaining, it won't update anything which are even if it is matches. All right, before making these changes, text to find, I don't have capital NO in my data table. This no is updated one. So I'm going to give small no, which is lowercase, and then I'm going to replace with uppercase none. All right, let me click on save. Now let's run the flow to see the output. For all matches has been disabled. So you will get only first match which is having with lowercase no will be replacing with uppercase none. All right, let's run the flow. Flow execution started. And it is trying to replace the data inside the data table. Now, if you see the table matches, I'm having 1 row and 2 columns, right? Now, let me go for the product data table flow variables to see the output. Let's double click on that. Now, if you see in my output, the first match is no over here. And also you can see another matches, which is in the Row 6 also you are having in the availability column also you are having no, but it is not replaced. The reason is that all matches we have disabled so that it will get only the first match over there, and then it has been replaced with none. All right, let me click on close. All right, I hope you understand how to work with find or replace in data table action as part of this tutorial.